everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I would do a full face of first impressions. Slight background change, I'm rearranging my room just because the last few videos the lighting has not been my favourite. It's been quite a struggle. So we're going to be rearranging a few things, moving a few things about. So for now this is the background, just ignore it. Just going to jump straight into this video, so let's go. Pretty much a full face of first impressions in this box. I think the only thing that isn't going to be a first impression is going to be the powder and my eyebrow stuff. I'm actually going to pop my eyebrow stuff on first, so I will be right back with you guys. Okay, so I'm back. I have my brows on. They look a little bit strong because I obviously have nothing else on, and I also put some P. Louise base on for my eyeshadow, which I have the shade Rumour 01. This is just their like P. Louise base, what they're known for really, isn't it? I won't be using any of the P. Louise products in this video. If you did watch my recent makeup haul, you would have seen that I basically have recently bought the whole P. Louise coloured base collection. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that, so just look out for that, guys. It should be out next week, I think, if not the week after. I'm going to go in with eyeshadow first. So I actually asked my mum to pick what palettes I should use, or what palette I should use, because I've had a lot of new ones come recently. This was something I have been waiting for because I ordered these at the beginning of May, I want to say, and it took them until the beginning of June to come because they were actually on pre-order. I'm pretty sure that these palettes launched on the 30th of April, or the end of April, and I'm pretty sure they must have sold out. But these are the Lottie London palettes. So yeah, it's a collaboration that they've got going, and they have two palettes. So this one is the Ibiza palette, and I'm pretty sure these were £5.95 each. And then this one is the Miami palette, which I dropped right before filming this, and one of the shades actually came like loose, this one here. But it's that soft that I've pressed it back in. The only one I've swatched is actually this one. So I think we're just going to do a mixture of the two palettes maybe. I'm not entirely sure what look I'm going to do. Or do I use one and then we can use another one in another video maybe? So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the Ibiza palette. So it just, yeah, again looks like this. I think we're just going to do like a sunset kind of vibe, I want to say. This one, it has a lot more purple tones going through it. The other one has, I'm just looking at it down there, the other one has a few more greens. Should we just get into it? Let's just get into it. Right, for this video I'm going to use a mixture of Morphe brushes. They're predominantly the James Charles set in here, and then I also have the Jeffree set, so I'll just make you aware of what brushes I use when. Let's take this one. So this brush is the M456, it's just like a little one, and I'm going to go in with the purple. They do have names. Mambo, which is this purple up here. Oh, it's pigmented. I'll zoom you guys in just a little bit. If I'm looking down, it's just because my mirror's down here. Okay. It's quite subtle. I think the only annoying thing about this is that there's no mirror. I think it would have been a lot better with a mirror in it maybe, but that's okay. Like a lilac purple. Okay, so I'm trying to decide whether to go in with this pink or the orange. I think I'm going to go in with the pink. So I'm just going to go in with this pink one here. Oh, that seems quite pigmented. It is a little bit, there is a little bit of fallout, but nothing too major. This is also my first time trying Lottie London eyeshadow products. I have some of their liquid, what are they? Like liquid eyeshadows, but I've never tried their eyeshadow palettes. Okay, that's so strong. That is very pigmented. Wow, I didn't expect it to come out quite like that. Then I'm going to take, I might take this one down here. I might mix a bit of this bright yellow up here and then this like orangey kind of yellow here. It's like an orange. Is it orange or is it yellow? It looks a bit more orange on camera, but yeah, I think I'm going to mix the two. By the way, the brushes that I'm using for this is the Morphe M321, which they've gone a bit funny from washing them, but I don't think these ones come in the James Charles set, by the way. These ones I think are like £3.50. I use them all the time, and it's what I just used with the pink, but I have another one, so I'm going to use that one for the yellows. I'm scared that this is going to be really pigmented now. Yep, yep. Oh, that's so nice blended together. I don't even know if you guys can see that. That's so pretty. I am loving this palette. It's so much more pigmented than what I thought. They're blending pretty well. Okay, this is a very subtle kind of shimmer. I think this look would have been alright if I didn't bring the pink down here. Should we just, let's swatch that again, because obviously I haven't done the, yeah, see the one above it looks a lot more creamy. That's OMG. Yeah, see that one is way more creamy, whereas that feels a bit, just a bit harder to blend. So I'm so sorry if you can hear the dog barking. Okay, I've just dropped the same palette again. Oh no! Oh no, look. Oh guys, they're so crumbly, you've got to be so careful. I'm gonna do this. Okay, BRB. These are the finished eyes. I quite like how it's turned out. And then I just popped some mascara on because I didn't have a new one. And I popped on the Collection Lash Surge. This one I think is like £3 or £4 maybe, and it's in water. My one's in waterproof. I really like this mascara. I think it's one of the only ones that actually does lift my lashes a little bit because my lashes are awful. So let's zoom you guys back out. So I've sorted out the disaster, which was that eyeshadow palette that smashed everywhere. Don't drop those Lottie London palettes because they're so soft that 3 of the shimmers just cracked completely. So I've had to do a bit of like recovery on them, but luckily they're fine. My overall thoughts on this palette is that I really like it. I think that some shades are a little bit more pigmented than others and pick up colour a little bit better on brushes than others. You have a variety of different like shimmery kind of shades. As you can see, this one's quite soft, whereas the purple that I used, it's not that pigmented. It's like, it feels totally different, but it does give that little bit of shimmer, that subtle shimmer. So I definitely think for the price it is worth it because it is extremely pigmented. We will come back to that nearer the end. I like to do the rest of my face and then go back in with eyes and finish them off, so we'll do that in a little while. So we're going to do a face now. I picked up the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I absolutely love the original putty primer by ELF. I've hit like pan on that. So this one is yellow. I did show this in my haul, and I have not tried it yet. So I personally like going in with like a little stippling brush with this product. Well, I do with the other one anyway. I'm going to go in initially with my fingers, but then if I feel like I want to go in with a brush, I'll just go in with my little ELF stippling brush. So this one feels very oily compared to the other one. So I have dry skin. I say I have like combination, to be honest. I say dry. It is on the drier side, but I do get quite oily throughout the day. I'm just using the viewfinder as a bit of a mirror right now. So I have quite large pores. It's why I like the original version of this. I really like the feel of this one. I feel like this one might be a lot more better suited to me, just because I am that little bit more dry. It definitely has a bit more of a glow to it than the other version of this. I think in terms of pores, it has covered them personally quite well. So we'll just have to see how this next product goes over the top of it. So I am going to be honest, I have tested this out a few times and I have really enjoyed it. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte cover. So I was going to do this type of video anyway, but a lovely new subscriber of mine asked if I would test this out and just give my thoughts. So luckily enough, I was going to film this video this week anyway using this foundation. So this one I have in 110 Vanilla Rose. So it claims that it is a mattifying and high coverage long wear foundation that goes lightweight and super natural. It says it's a 24-hour matte finish and shine control, high concentration of pigments in an ultra fluid texture for high coverage with second skin finish, non-comedogenic. I'm just going to put it straight on my face because that's what I normally do. I was really worried that this colour would not be the right colour, but I actually think it's a pretty good match, so I'm quite happy about that. It is on a bit of a darker side, like it dries down a little bit darker, I found, but because we are coming into summer a bit more and nicer weather, I found that it is suiting me quite well. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my skin personally. So personally, I don't think it is that too much coverage, but it's giving me enough. Like I have a little bit of like a breakout on my chin at the minute, and although you can still see on the camera it still looks red, but in real life you can't see the redness of the spots. You can still see my freckles. I have quite dark freckles, so not many foundations manage to successfully hide my freckles. I quite like them, and I just love the fact that although I have foundation on, it is still quite natural looking and it hasn't really clung to dry patches or anything, because I do have some texture and dry patches here around my mouth. I have quite textured skin anyway. It is looking cakey around my nose, but if I'm being completely honest, every foundation looks cakey around my nose. I think if you're oily you will quite like this foundation because it is quite matte. This primer I have underneath I think has really helped with making this whole look not seem as matte or as drying. It definitely does dry down, but I think the primer underneath is still making it feel that little bit tacky, whereas when I've tried it with other primers, it has dried down a that bit more and hasn't felt tacky. So I definitely think it's what primer you use. The combination of the two I am really loving. Next is another ELF product. because they've been bringing out some new bits that I haven't tried yet. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Conceal Satin Finish. I got the shade Fair Beige, which I'm not gonna lie, might be a little bit dark. So I've been dying to try this, and I've held off since I bought these products to do this video. We'll zoom you in just a little bit. So I'm just, oh, I don't think that colour's the right colour. Oh, it doesn't look that bad on camera. I don't think it is the right colour though. I really like that. If you've watched my XX Revolution haul, which has gone up the video before this one, you will know that every concealer creases on me, even this one. Even concealers that claim to be crease proof crease on me. It's just my skin. This one isn't looking too bad though. Like, if I come up close, although it is creasing, that isn't too bad. Like, they're not very set. I think if I set this now, it shouldn't be too bad. It's giving me Camouflage matte concealer from Essence. That is one of the only concealers that does not crease on me. I don't think you can get it in more. I have tried so many different Wilko stores and none of them ever seem to have it, so I don't know what the deal with that is. Sorry if you can hear noises and me looking down. I'm just using the Peach powder by I Heart Revolution to set everything with, and I'm using a Spectrum A04 brush to do that with. So let's, I haven't felt with other primers with this foundation that I've needed to set my whole face, but I feel like with having this primer underneath, because it is a bit like dewy, that I feel like I do need to set all of my face. I feel like it really has given the foundation a less matte feel. I think this foundation for the summer is going to be so good. So if you watch my makeup haul again, you will know that this purchase was very heavily influenced by Makeup with Alex Kate, and that is the Roxy, the Roxasaurus Highlight and Contour palette. I don't know how, but I've managed to not use it. Who is she? I don't know. So this is what the palette looks like. You've got your 4 contour shades and then 4 highlight shades. This is the Spectrum A05 brush. This is from a totally different collection to the one that I used last. I have, I think, 4 different Spectrum collections. So I like that. Go in with a bit more. Oh yeah. It's quite subtle for a Revolution contouring product. I do find they do make good contouring and like bronze and stuff. I feel like they're always the right amount of pigmented and stuff. I like that. I think it is a little bit subtle. Like, it doesn't look too much. Doesn't really look like I put much on at all. I'm glad I didn't go for that even lighter shade. I feel like that would have been too light. I'm loving how natural my base is looking. So I'm going to do a little bit of bronzing. I personally like to do my bronzing after I've contoured. And I'm going to take this on a Spectrum A01 brush, which is just a massive like powder brush. And I'm going to take the Morphe Glam bronzer. I bought this a little while ago. It was again in my haul. I've got the shade Icon. It is a little bit orange, but nothing like too dire. And I'm going to pop this kind of like everywhere. Oh, I'm loving how my skin looks. Okay, highlighter. Oh, I'm going to go in with a tad of blush. This isn't technically new. I haven't used it that many times. I think I've used it twice. This is the Revolution blusher reloaded in Peach Bliss, which is such a pretty colour. It's actually my mum's, so thanks Mum. She let me borrow it for my XX Revolution video because I wanted my whole base to be Revolution. And I just haven't given it her back yet. It's fine. So there's 4 in here. I don't think they have names. I'm toying between this yellow one and then this one. Should we swatch them? And I'm going to be using a Spectrum B08 brush for this. I think I'm going to take the yellow one. Might mix it with a little bit of that other one, but wow, that is so nice. Yeah, they're not my favourite colours wise. I mean, it looks nice now it's on, but I think their formula is so nice. Look at that. Just can't beat a Revolution highlighter, can you? For brows, I didn't have like a new pencil or pomade to try, but I do have a new eyebrow gel to try, which I just haven't tried yet, so I thought I would do it in this video. So this is the 3D Brow Tones from Benefit, and I have the shade 2. Let's see. It's a bit bigger than what I'm used to working with, and I've really been enjoying the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, I think it is. Yeah, this one's my favourite, the 24-hour brow setter. So that's as best as we can brush them through. This one is looking huge on the top, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. What is that? Okay, so something that I am going to say that now that I'm looking closer up on my face is that one of them highlighter, I think it was like the more marbly one, has glitter in it because there's glitter all over my forehead, and I genuinely haven't used anything with glitter in today. I'm going to take a little bit of shadow underneath the eye. Last but not least is lips. So for my lips, I didn't really have anything that was new. I haven't really bought anything new other than those lip glosses, or I might put Morphe lip gloss on. But I'm going to take the Anastasia matte lipstick set, which I got this one in TK Maxx back in like March, I want to say, and I haven't really tried them out yet, so I thought why not use them in this video. So I'm going to take the shade Guava. So it's got a bit of a sheen to it. It's got like a pink sheen. That's really nice, and it felt a little bit like gritty going on. Not gritty, but not very smooth. But now it's on, you can't feel the glitters. My new XX Revolution lip gloss, I think, because I think this will match what I've got on really well, because it's like, again, that like brown kind of colour with pink going through it. So this is the finished look. So I think my favourite products from today have pretty much been everything. I definitely think that the Luminous Putty Primer from e.l.f. and the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte foundation are so nice together. If you've got drier skin and you really want to give this a go, purchase this as well. It hasn't clung to any of my dry patches. It looks smooth. You can still see my freckles, and it doesn't feel heavy. Like, it doesn't really feel like I've got anything on my face at all, and I really like that. The Roxaurus palette I really like. I think it's quite subtle in terms of pigment on the more contouring side. I might even go up a contour shade, I'm not sure, but I really do like that, and I really like the highlighter. Like, that highlighter, or highlighters I use too, is beaming, so I'm 100% going to be putting this in my everyday routine. I really like this. I think that looks so good under my eyes. The eyeshadow palette, I do really like it. I do think the formula is a little bit soft, Like I dropped my palette on the floor, not from a great height, can I just add, and it smashed 3 of the shimmer shades. So be very careful with these palettes because they are extremely soft. But in terms of pigment, I think they're really, really good for the price. Morphe bronzer is a little bit orange, but to be fair, it's not even that bad. I think it's a very buildable colour. And I think that if these go on sale for the £10 like what I paid for them, I would definitely pick it up. Would I pay 19? No, but £10 is pretty good. The lipstick, I really liked it actually. I'm really sorry if you can't get this specific set. I got this from TK Maxx, so maybe have a little look in there now that they're back open. And the lip gloss is a little bit thick. Like, I know I've got it on. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And the product that I disliked the most has definitely got to be the brow tones. This is not my favourite. I think because I'm so used to a skinny, like, brow gel wand. This one is just too round. It's too spiky. It's not very, like, it's a little bit scratchy. Yeah, I much prefer the 24-hour brow setter over this one. If you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a big thumbs up just to let me know if you guys want more of these. Don't forget to comment down below. Have you tried anything new makeup wise? What was it? Have I bought it? Let's see in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are getting ever so closer to 100 subscribers, which is so exciting. There is going to be way more regular content coming from me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.